I've started 4 businesses in 4 different industries. The common element that made all of those successful is they met a need or provided a service. I founded Advance America with my partner in 1997. In 1997, working middle-class families, and remember, at Advance America, you had to have a job and a bank account in order to get a cash advance. It's not check cashing, it's not title lending, it's none of those things. Working middle-class families had no other access to capital other than bouncing a check. In 1997, 400 million checks bounced in the United States. The average size of a bounced check was slightly under $100, and the fees that attached to those bounced checks, merchant fee and bank fee, was about $40 to $60. So make the math easy, on a $100 check, a family was paying, or an individual who wrote an NSF check was paying $40 to $60. The regulated rate for $100 at Advance America, regulated by the state of South Carolina at the time, was $15, right? That's easy for people to understand, and that's why they came. The average person who bounced a check bounced between 10 and 13 a year. We used to say that people had too much month for the money. And so we provided a credit alternative that banks, credit cards, and other folks didn't. You asked about the bigger issue across all parts of the state, not just underserved, rural, and other communities. Access to credit, especially during a period where there's an affordability crisis like there is now, is a critical aspect of financial well-being for families. Right now, today, there is still an access to capital problem. Banks have continued to raise their NSF fees. Merchants have continued to raise the merchant fee. And now that they're almost, the cash advance industry in South Carolina is largely gone from regulation that I helped author that was piloted in Florida. There's a database, so if you get a payday advance in one store, you cannot get another one in another store, and you can't get another one until you pay it back. So the industry has changed. What you're left with is a vastly inadequate consumer finance business across all of that space, from banking to small lending, that needs to be rethought, reimagined. I think I know as much about consumer finance as anybody in the state, and I think we can bring consumer advocates together along with banks, consumers, and we can kind of reimagine how this works. But credit has a cost. We've just seen, President Trump recommended that credit card fees be capped at, I think, $10. And the credit card companies went berserk. They said, we're just not going to provide credit. So you have to build a system that allows people to migrate credit as they perform as borrowers, so that lenders see progress and you can migrate underbanked customers with poorer credit into the mainstream banking system. The way it's set up now doesn't work for anybody.